Hey guys, welcome. Okay, so the lantern right has just started, but unfortunately I need to finish some prerequisite request, which is Yilan, but unfortunately I can't do it yet because there is another prerequisite, which is Cine Unicorns, which is this one, Ganyu's story. So let's unlock this one. And let's go to her. If I remember correctly, her story involves Xiao. So that's what we're going to do right now. Um,
Worthless!
Xiao is really so amazing.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants. Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Why did she go to Julian Cars?
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Julian Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis.
What crisis?
Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh,
She's a
Paimon sees how it
workaholic, you
is.
know. I don't think
But
she's
she's
going
half
to.
Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't
you
have
didn't
imagined that
expect
Miss
it was
Ganyu's
too
daily
heavy.
workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
Oh well. The Adeptus lineage is truly remarkable.
Speaking of Julian Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course! We've
Yeah.
been there lots of times!
Yeah, I mean,
that's
we're
good
tummy
news.
tum with the
Could you go to Julian
Adepti.
Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
Seems like I'm the only one who can do it, indeed.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there. It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mel Outsung? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
All right. Mount out. Maybe I went the wrong way. Ah, there's Ganyu.
Huh? The person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her. Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here.
Well, we were
Is
sent
it official
here.
or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Left the human world?
Huh? You don't want to be the Chising secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishu. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me.
No, actually.
Since the Chising gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
Actually, they're waiting for you to come back. I believe there's been a huge
I
misunderstanding.
appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort.
She's not listening
After
to
1,000
us.
years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
It's just us, Cloud Retainer.
Cloud Retainer? We're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
Wow! You Adepti really are impressive!
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
Chat about the old times?
The matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
She
Nothing to
immediately
be
changes.
ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
I'm a bit curious indeed.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it!
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep. plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball.
Like a little ball?
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
You keep on laughing,
Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
She's like, Cloud Retainer is like the mother. Like the mother, the mother Ganyu doesn't want to introduce her friends for unless she wants her secrets revealed. It seems you didn't read. I think you upset Ganyu.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so? Huh. But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end.
She should be in the southern part of Mount Aotsong right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Where is it? Oh.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
We want to keep you company.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again.
Did you ever feel that
The
you're not an
training is much to her
Adeptus anymore?
signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
I so wanted to have her though. Oh. Oh no. I hope she doesn't fall. But wait. This is what I do not like. Moving objects. Okay, but where is it?
Wow! Ganya's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised. We're way behind.
Why did it disappear? Oh. All right.
We've completed the task. What do you think?
Being an Adeptus is not easy.
Hardships are a fact of life, both for the Adepti and humans alike.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Is Mountain Shaper Net?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is
Who is it?
Yeah, who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Oh, it's Xiao.
So it's Xiao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
How interesting.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course. Of course we're coming.
Of course we are. Let's go.
It's meeting Xiao after all. There's no way I'm going to say no. Go to Nantianmen with Xiao. It's right here, right? Wait, I am seeing a treasure chest. Why am I seeing a treasure chest? Oh, and it has a restriction. Probably the silly. Oh, the silly is right over there. Wait. Oh no. Where did the silly go? Where did it go? Where did you go, silly? I'll come back to it later. We must not keep Xiao waiting. Ah, there he is. Thank you for the breeze. I'm still not seeing the silly. Where did it go? Xiao facing off Xiao.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
See that Xiao understands Ganyu quite well. Xiao might be a good teacher after all.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready. We're way behind schedule.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
The good thing about Ganyu is that her charge attack is instant. I don't actually have to. I can just simply point at the ground.
Access denied.
Oh no.
This is long overdue.
This is order.
You're all so annoying.
and frost. No touching.
No. Oh, I thought it was. There we go. Well, that was
The
easy.
rain stopped. I don't concern myself with the weather.
You're the one who summoned the weather shall.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
They could be nicer while sharing them. That lone wolf is truly admirable.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors.
On.
I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
You just don't want to deal with the so-called visitor.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be
Guilty.
Rex Lapis. I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin
Oh
Chung.
no.
I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Gosh,
Oh, so
does
it's a pilgrim.
such a materialist. I can see why Xiao finds his type troublesome. Such a yeah. Okay.
He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
For not
Dear Pilgrim,
crit.
you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
What do you
That's
expect?
not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Taking the easy way out is not always the answer as well. There's no such thing as shortcut to success, you know.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Yeah, Adeptis are not wish granters after all.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk?
This is a problem with this kind of people. Once they don't get what they want, they become aggressive.
You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
He just can't take the criticism. Show some respect.
Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Yes, go back home. Brat.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
Cloud Retainer better strike him with some lightning.
It's not his behavior. The things he said, he was right.
Which one? I don't think he said anything right.
I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that I...
Go back to Leia Harbor with us. You're better off sticking to your human side. No, let's not say anything about the human side or the Adepti side. That's kind of just going to make Ganyu depressed or something. Go back to Leia Harbor with us.
I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
We told you it was a misunderstanding.
It's true! Just believe us!
Alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction. Let's go!
What about Shao? He just suddenly disappeared. Out of nowhere. Alright, let's go back to Liyue Harbor. I hope I don't see that guy.
We're finally back!
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
It's so surprising how Ganyu's hair is not flying so freely. It's like her hair is tied up, but it's not from the looks of it. Wait, what am I doing? I don't want to walk that far.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
I bet even if you are taking a stroll, you don't actually look at the scenery because you're too busy trying to head to your busy day.
Huh. It's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt during my training in Juyun Karst, in fact.
Is that... It is! It's Lady Ganyu.
Uncle Tian, one of the three, what do you call it? Was it Tianqing?
I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
No, Miss Ganyu.
Please don't also start calling me that. Allow me to introduce Uncle Tian. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Leo after all, and I am the one who has yet to introduce myself.
Uncle Tian is a member of the Liyue Qixing,
Right.
the Tianshu.
The Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member of the Qixing? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my identity. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around by those armed guards.
Oh, so he's actually strolling incognito.
In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and wordy old man.
Uncle Tian is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Don't judge a book by its cover, they say.
What an honor to receive such high praise from Lady Ganyu herself. I guess I must have done something right over the last, however many decades.
Uncle Tian, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling me Lady Ganyu.
My apologies. It's not intentional, just a habit from my younger days. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now, huh?
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your gratitude.
Talking about secretaries, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu, I believe you know my daughter, Huixin. She seems to be a bit troubled recently.
One of the secretaries. Yeah, she's troubled because Ganyu disappeared and now they're so overworked.
Yes, she works at Yua High Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like to ask for my help. May I trouble you to meet her at UAI Pavilion? She just needs a bit of guidance.
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh?
As expressive a Qixing member, he's actually helping Ganyu.
Let's move then, to Yuhai Pavilion.
I don't know if it was manipulating the situation, the conversation, or it was just an
Don't
innocent.
think too much about it. My daughter really needs Ganyu's help, and there's nothing more to it.
I don't believe you. Oh, it's a spin crystal. It's so far away again. Wait, I'm seeing another treasure chest over here. And it's also a big one, a precious gem.
There's quality here.
Nothing fell, right?
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you brings me a sense of peace in these chaotic times.
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little?
She's relieved because now she can go back to a normal time schedule.
I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he?
No, I don't think that she's actually one of the main secretaries. Yeah, her clothes doesn't match.
Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yuehai Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the problem?
Where should I start? I discovered something strange while organizing tax records. There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of two stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their accounts, I can't seem to make any progress with my investigation. Without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario.
That's 1,000 years of work experience for you.
All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their similar wares. In that case...
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu.
I don't. You want them to expose each other?
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is... Bolai, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. Follow me, please.
Wow. We're going into a reconnaissance mission. Wouldn't this be more like in Line of Yelands or where is it? It's underneath here? Oh, it's this guy.
Aha! We meet again, traveler. And you must be from the Yuehai Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order. I'd be honored to offer you my wares.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuehai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to Second Life instead.
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all of my customers.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Oh, tax records? Thriving?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bolai?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirty tricks best.
Your enemy knows you best.
If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find something fishy in there.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood boil. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Is that how competitors behave?
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read very, very carefully. Line by line and word by word.
Well, I take some time to examine Second Life tax record.
Ah, here, I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
We'll be doing the same with him.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Chingsa Village.
Oh, and so far away
Thank you for shining a light
too.
on this case, Mr. Balai.
Oh, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
You're also doing something illegal, though.
I'm afraid I can't go to Chingsa Village.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
That's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
But it's so far away, though. Kingsa Village. So he went all the way to Chingsa Village? For a furniture. Now, isn't this guy who's always forgetful?
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Chingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
But he has very sharp ears.
I'm sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the UI Pavilion, right?
Oh, right. I get it. That's the reason why Dongsheng went all the way to Chingsa Village to ask a carpenter for the furniture, so that even if he were to, not only would he erase the documents, but the very supplier is so far away, so it's not like anyone can just easily travel to Chinsa village. Yeah, even if they were to, it would take them days.
Why would the Chising care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave.
Why? There's nothing interesting in the warehouse but documents, from what
Since
Master
you
Lu
need that
said.
invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
Well, it's a good thing that we were the ones who came here.
So that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Hmm? A Fatui.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
What is he trying to do?
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Shouldn't we observe him for a while first?
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Chising.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Oh, she's not coming with us.
There is no escape. Everybody stand. Flash Frost. Oh, you scoundrels!
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan. No?
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I think we were harsh enough.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
I think he's been just wanting to eat some berries.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui, suddenly appear on the outskirts of Chinsa village?
He's probably one of those that got abandoned by the Fatui. I mean, remember the Fatuis down at the caves? At the mines, right?
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well, I was about to.
About to what?
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a silly excuse.
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Well, there is a place here in Jinxa Village that's very, very sus.
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does seem like he feels like he's the victim here.
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that? I swear, I only came here to pick berries, that's all.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
We might have blamed him for nothing.
I also feel that he's telling the truth.
Whoopsie!
Whoopsie.
I misjudged the situation and offended you. My apologies. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish it so, you can file a complaint to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
I don't think he'd want to step into Liyue Harbor. Not with all the resentment the people have there for the Fatui.
This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with us Fatui.
Right.
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force once again.
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face while bullying me like this?
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
Good choice. The Fatui get what they deserve. No, not all.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work. My intuition is not as accurate as it used to be.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the Fatui a lesson.
Oh, Paimon, you're so terrible.
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our goal is to get the invoice, after all.
It's definitely if there are any other troublesome people aside from the Fatui, it's definitely the treasure hoarder. Oh, it's the and Helichurls too.
So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hill churls. Let's show them what we got.
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Reinforce.
Order guide you.
Clear! Quick, let's look around for the invoice. This one is an invoice from One Min Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too!
What is Simon talking about? I mean, come on. Hu Tao is always offering us a coffin.
This one is Second Lives. We finally found it.
And
Let's
I
give
also
this invoice back to Huishin.
and I also found a chest.
Why would anyone want... Forget it. It's not my concern. Here!
Ah, Ms. Ganyu, you're back. I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I promise to help you and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
So I guess the guy that we took flowers from when we were with Zhongli during his funeral wasn't actually in trouble. Welcome to Second Life. What would I like to buy? So about those tax records. Well,
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well.
Not really.
I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, you seem very sure of yourself. But I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately. It is liable to affect the fine you'll need to pay in the end.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Not so confident now, are you?
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back. He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this
Yeah.
dirty laundry. Would you care to elaborate? I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes next.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully.
It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position, that's how Uncle Tien managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tien's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had. Thank you.
Ganyu solved both Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much. You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Then let me treat you to a meal. The Traveler and Paimon are invited as well. I appreciate your help.
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
Paimon, don't forget your manners. Yeah, she forgets that there's never food is involved.
Oh, come on. It's just a meal.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huishin.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
Go to... All right, where?
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the 2 of you, your presence is also much appreciated.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huishin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for a bit?
So she got it arranged
pleasure.
so quickly.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are. I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task. I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tien is a grandpa!
Oh, so she's married,
Influenced by
actually.
my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuhai Pavilion, too.
Oh,
At first, I
her
was
daughter is already
worried about
old.
her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But
Wow.
after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
So,
It doesn't show
what
in her
made you change
face
your
how
mind?
old she is.
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague.
It doesn't show in her face that she's old.
You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance in 20+ years, too.
I mean, if her daughter is one of the 3 secretaries, they're older. And if we would take a look, I think I would have mistaken all of them to be just the same age.
Huishin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness? It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through, the stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huishin, you don't know how important those words are to me. You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up!
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary.
I told you you haven't been fired. It's a misunderstanding.
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself.
She doesn't
I'm
listen
afraid that
to
it might have
us.
all become a mess during my absence.
She doesn't
No
listen
time
to
to
us
waste.
until the end.
Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Yeah, there's still a lot of food. But no, Paimon, let's go. Oh, wait. Where's the exit?
Worthless!
There we go.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look! Look who's back!
They're probably very relieved.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you 3 are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
She is
Forget
that,
all
you
our
know.
envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
At least they
Alright.
learned their lesson.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Which one of them was their daughters
Yes,
again?
there's one more thing. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now.
It was a fun adventure for me too.
To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
Oh no. Alright. Well, anyway, she'll come with us when we get a chance to summon for her. Again. Whenever her rerun will be again. Okay, so I guess that's it for today's video. The next one. In the next video, I'll be tackling Yelan's story quest. Yeah, so let's end it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.